Chosen one, you may have heard the age-old advice, dream big, take giant leaps, or go for the grand gestures. These ideas are glorified in the world, celebrated by many who believe that great success comes only through monumental actions. But I tell you this now, the greatest power lies not in the sweeping, life-altering changes, but in the smallest, most humble steps you take every single day. This, chosen one, is the power of microobedience, the ability to achieve greatness through the smallest, consistent actions. It may sound counterintuitive, I know. After all, you live in a world that rewards instant results, grand accomplishments, and the big wins. But consider this, chosen one. How many times have you started something with grand enthusiasm, only to be overwhelmed by the sheer magnitude of the task? How often have you set out with the best intentions, only to stumble because the journey seemed too vast to conquer in a single stride? The grand vision, while inspiring, can often paralyze you with the sheer weight of its size. And so, the key is not to tackle it in one fell swoop, it's to break it down. Small steps, taken consistently, may seem like insignificant movements at first. You may feel that what you're doing is too small to make a difference. But let me tell you, chosen one, the smallest action, performed with intent and faith, builds momentum in ways you cannot yet see. Each small step you take is a building block in the creation of your future. Over time, these small steps compound, creating a foundation of progress that nothing can shake. There is deep wisdom in the smallest of actions. When you decide to take a tiny step toward your goal, whether it's waking up 5 minutes earlier, writing one sentence of a book, or taking one small action toward a big dream, you are affirming something profound. You are choosing to act, to move forward, and to show up for your destiny, no matter how small the action. This is obedience, chosen one, obedience to your purpose, to your growth, and to the divine timing of your life. And here lies the power. Small steps are sustainable. Big leaps, while thrilling, often exhaust you. They can lead to burnout or overwhelm because they ask too much of you all at once. But the beauty of small steps is that they don't demand all of your energy at once. They fit into your daily life, gently nudging you forward without pushing you to the breaking point. And over time, they accumulate into something far greater than the sum of their parts. A single step today is one step closer to your destiny. Picture this, a seed planted in the earth. It does not burst into a giant tree overnight. No, it takes time. Slowly, the seed pushes out roots, then sprouts, then begins to grow upward. Each of these steps seems small, almost imperceptible. But over time, the tree rises tall, its branches stretching wide, its roots deep in the ground. The same is true for you. Each small step, no matter how insignificant it may seem in the moment, is laying the groundwork for your future. You are growing roots, chosen one, and your future will one day stretch wide and high, because you gave your dreams the patience and consistency they needed to take root. Perhaps you've heard the saying, Rome wasn't built in a day. While the phrase may seem like a cliche, it carries deep truth. Rome was built over time, brick by brick, stone by stone. The progress was slow, but it was steady. Every small effort, every hand that laid one more brick, was an integral part of creating a monument that stood the test of time. This is what micro-obedience is about. Building something that will endure, something that is strong and lasting because it was built one step at a time. You may not see the full picture yet, and that's okay. The divine plan for you is unfolding at the perfect pace. Trust that every small step you take is bringing you closer to the vision you hold for yourself. And even when you feel like you're moving slowly, remember that progress is still progress. Just as the seed needs time to sprout, just as the tree needs time to grow, so too do you need time to fully step into your potential. Small steps build the momentum that will carry you through the difficult moments, the moments of doubt, and the times when the journey feels too long. In each small action, you are also building the habit of obedience, and this is a powerful force, chosen one. Obedience to your purpose, obedience to the divine plan, obedience to the quiet call of your soul. These small actions form the backbone of your transformation. It is in these moments of micro-obedience that you align yourself with the divine rhythm of life, where your actions become part of the greater flow. With each small step, you are showing up for your destiny, and the universe is noticing. When you commit to taking small, consistent steps, you are cultivating trust in yourself and in the process. You are affirming that you don't need to see the whole picture to take action. You trust that as you move forward, the next step will reveal itself. You trust that every little action is a brushstroke on the canvas of your life, each one contributing to the masterpiece that is unfolding before you. And as you continue, with faith and persistence, you will look back one day and realize how far you've come. So, chosen one, take a deep breath and commit to your first small step. It may feel insignificant at first, but I assure you, it is not. The universe is watching, and it is aligning with every small movement you make. The time for giant leaps may come later, but for now, remember that small steps, taken with intention and faith, are the true kings of your journey. You are not simply moving, you are building, growing, and evolving, one small step at a time. Chosen one. When you first envision the life you desire, the vision can often seem overwhelming. The goals you wish to achieve, the dreams you long to fulfill, can appear so vast, so grand, that it feels as though you could never possibly attain them. You might even feel paralyzed by the magnitude of the task, unsure where to start or how to make meaningful progress. But let me offer you this truth. The key to achieving your most ambitious goals lies not in taking giant leaps, but in breaking down the big picture into small, manageable steps. The world often tells us that big success comes from big moves, from enormous gestures and massive actions. But this is a misconception, chosen one. The truth is, the path to greatness is paved with small, steady, deliberate steps that move you closer and closer to your goal. It's not about tackling the entire mountain at once. It's about focusing on the first foothold, the first step, and taking it with purpose. When you look at your big picture, whether it's launching a business, completing a monumental project, or reaching a personal milestone, it can feel like an insurmountable challenge. It's easy to become discouraged, to think, how can I ever get there? This task is too big. And in those moments, you may feel tempted to abandon your vision altogether, or worse, to never even begin. But I urge you, chosen one, to change your perspective. Break it down. Ask yourself, what's the first, smallest action I can take today to move me toward this goal? What is the first step in this grand vision that is so small, so simple, that it feels almost insignificant? It may be writing a single sentence, making one phone call, or researching a single piece of information. These tiny actions, when done consistently, begin to form the foundation for everything else that follows. You don't need to see the entire journey. You need only focus on the first step. The power of breaking things down lies in its simplicity. When you focus on one small action at a time, you no longer feel overwhelmed by the enormity of the task. You remove the weight of the mountain from your shoulders and instead approach the process with curiosity, with gentleness. Each small action is a victory. Each small decision to move forward, even by an inch, is a declaration that you are committed to your path, to your purpose. And as you take these micro steps, you will find that the mountain begins to shrink. Think of this journey like building a house. You don't simply snap your fingers and have a house appear before you. You start with the foundation, one stone, one brick, one decision at a time. And as you keep adding one brick to the foundation, one stone at a time, eventually the house rises. There may be times when you look at the structure and feel that it is still incomplete, still far from finished. But know this, every single step, every single brick, is contributing to the final structure. It's not about perfection at this stage. It's about progress, and progress is always made through consistent, manageable steps. When you break down a big picture, you also free yourself from the burden of perfectionism. Perfectionism is an enemy of progress, chosen one. It causes you to focus on the end result rather than the process, making the task feel even more daunting. But when you shift your focus to taking small steps, there is no need for perfection. There is simply the act of moving forward. The goal is not to be flawless. The goal is to keep taking the next step. Each step is a victory in itself, and that victory builds upon the last. This approach also allows you to experience the joy of accomplishment along the way. Imagine, chosen one, how satisfying it will feel to check off each small task on your list, to see the small progress adding up day by day. This accumulation of small wins will build your confidence, your motivation, and your belief in yourself. You will begin to see the grand vision not as an unreachable dream, but as a living, breathing reality that is unfolding before you, step by step. As you break down your big picture, you will also begin to see how interconnected everything is. Every small step you take is a thread that connects to the larger tapestry of your life and your goals. These small actions aren't random. They are part of a greater plan, a divine process that is unfolding exactly as it should. You may not always understand how each step fits into the bigger picture, but trust that every movement forward is leading you exactly where you need to go. By breaking down the big picture, you are also developing the discipline and consistency that are essential for lasting success. Many people get discouraged when they look at the mountain ahead of them and try to climb it all at once. But when you focus on the first step, you begin to build a rhythm, a steady, consistent movement that will carry you further than you could ever imagine. The power of consistency is immense. It is the force that turns the seemingly impossible into the possible, that transforms dreams into reality. So, chosen one, take a deep breath and look at your big picture. See it for what it truly is, a beautiful, divine vision. But remember, the way to reach that vision is not through huge leaps, but through small, intentional steps. Break it down. Focus on the smallest action you can take today. That is where the magic lies. You don't need to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step, and then the next, and then the next. Every single step is progress. Every single action is part of the divine unfolding. Chosen one, you may not always see it in the moment, but know this: progress is happening, even when it feels imperceptible. As you take those small, consistent steps toward your goals, there is a transformation occurring deep within you. The world may not immediately recognize the shifts taking place, and you may sometimes feel like you're standing still. But I assure you, every step you take is an act of growth, even if it's invisible to the eye. Trust that the invisible progress is just as significant, just as powerful as the visible milestones you'll eventually achieve. In our fast-paced, result-driven world, we are taught to measure success by immediate, visible outcomes. We are told to expect quick results, to show progress, and to prove ourselves constantly. But real growth, true transformation, often happens slowly, in the quiet moments when no one is watching, when the work is hidden beneath the surface. It's easy to feel discouraged when you don't see instant results. You might question whether all the small steps are really adding up to something meaningful. But chosen one, trust that they are. Think of the way a seed grows into a tree. The seed is buried in the soil, unseen, and for a long time, nothing seems to be happening. Yet beneath the earth, roots are forming, reaching deep into the soil, preparing for the day when the tree will finally break through the surface and reach toward the sky. In the same way, the small actions you take today are the roots that will support the growth of your future. You may not see the immediate growth, but the foundation is being laid, step by step, day by day. Your progress, like the roots of that seed, is invisible to the naked eye. You might not notice how much stronger you are becoming with each small effort, how much more aligned you are with your purpose, or how much closer you are to your goals. But as you continue, as you stay consistent, the invisible progress begins to accumulate. And soon, you'll look back and realize just how far you've come. The invisible becomes visible in its own time. Take a moment, chosen one, and reflect on where you are now compared to where you were a year ago, or even a few months ago. You may not see the immediate evidence of change, but I assure you, growth has occurred. Perhaps it's in your mindset, your confidence, or your ability to face challenges with resilience. Maybe you've built new habits or developed a deeper understanding of your purpose. These shifts are not always outwardly visible, but they are incredibly important. It is in the unseen that true transformation begins. Every small step you take today is a part of that growth. One of the greatest challenges we face is learning to trust the process when we cannot see the results right away. We want to know that what we're doing is making a difference, that our efforts are worth it. And yet, often, the most meaningful progress is the kind that doesn't show up immediately. You might not see it now, but with every step you take, you are building the future you desire. Every time you show up, every time you take that small action, you are aligning yourself with your purpose. The results will come, chosen one, but they will come in divine timing, not on your schedule. Remember that even in moments when you feel stuck or stagnant, you are still growing. The process of transformation is not always linear. There will be times when it feels like you are not moving forward, but rest assured, you are. The work you are doing beneath the surface, the work of building habits, shifting mindsets, and strengthening your spirit, is every bit as important as the visible accomplishments you will one day achieve. Trust that the invisible progress is laying the foundation for the visible success that is sure to come. Trust the process, chosen one. Trust that the universe is guiding you, even when you can't see the full picture. The journey is not always about immediate results. It is about the cumulative power of small, consistent steps. You are building your future, one moment at a time, one decision at a time. And though the progress may seem invisible in the moment, it is taking root, preparing you for the breakthrough that lies ahead. Just as the seed pushes its roots into the earth, You are pushing your own roots into the soil of your future. You are deepening your connection to your purpose, nurturing your growth with every step you take. The seed may take time to sprout, but the moment it does, it will be undeniable. And so will your progress. The day will come when all that invisible work becomes visible, and when it does, you will marvel at how far you've come. In the quiet moments of your journey, when you feel as though nothing is changing, remember this: invisible progress is real progress. The small, consistent actions you take today are the foundation for tomorrow's greatness. The universe is at work, even when you cannot see it. Trust that each step, no matter how small, is building momentum. The time will come when you look back and realize how much progress you've made. It is happening, chosen one, even if it's not visible right now. And with each step, you are one step closer to the life you were always meant to live. Chosen one, as you begin to move forward, breaking down your big picture into small steps, you may encounter something that is perhaps your greatest challenge: resistance. Resistance, that silent yet persistent force, will whisper in your ear, urging you to stop, to procrastinate, to wait for the perfect moment. It may show up in the form of doubt, fear, or even distraction. At times, it may feel overwhelming, as though the momentum you've built is slowly being drained by an invisible force. But here's the truth: chosen one, resistance is not your enemy. It is simply the part of you that is still afraid to evolve, afraid to step fully into your power. Resistance thrives in moments of uncertainty. It preys on your doubts, your insecurities, and your impatience. It tells you that your small actions aren't enough, that they are insignificant in the face of your larger goals. It convinces you that you need to take massive action in order to see any real progress. But resistance, chosen one, is nothing more than a call to keep going. It is the moment where you get to choose whether to trust in the power of small steps, or to fall back into the cycle of waiting, perfectionism, and stagnation. Here is where microobedience comes in. Microobedience is the art of making the smallest, simplest commitment to your goal, despite the resistance. It is about taking that one tiny action, no matter how insignificant it may seem, and doing it consistently. Resistance tells you to wait until the conditions are perfect, until everything aligns, until you have all the answers. Microobedience tells you to move anyway, to take that small, imperfect step, and trust that it is enough. The smallest act of obedience, when done regularly, is far more powerful than waiting for the right moment to take a grand leap. It's important to understand, chosen one, that resistance is not a reflection of your worth or capability. It is simply a sign that you are pushing past your comfort zone, moving beyond the limits of your old self. The larger the leap you're about to make, the greater the resistance you'll feel. It is the universe's way of asking, how much do you really want this? How badly are you willing to face your fears and doubts, even when they arise? But here's the secret: resistance loses its power when you break it down into manageable steps. The more you commit to taking small, consistent actions, the less power resistance has over you. It's like the difference between climbing a mountain 1 inch at a time versus trying to scale it all at once. Every small step diminishes the fear, diminishes the resistance. You begin to see that each tiny action is not only doable, but essential to your progress. When you feel the weight of resistance creeping in, stop and take a moment, breathe deeply, and ask yourself, what is the smallest thing I can do right now that will bring me closer to my goal? This is the essence of micro-obedience. It is not about conquering everything at once, but about showing up, in small ways, again and again. Whether it's writing one sentence, making one phone call, or setting aside 5 minutes to meditate, every small step is a victory. And when you make these small actions a habit, you will be amazed at how much you've accomplished, even when it feels like you've barely started. Resisting resistance is an exhausting battle. Instead, lean into it, chosen one. Acknowledge that it will always be there, lurking in the background, but understand that it can't stop you unless you let it. The key is not to fight resistance head-on, but to disarm it with small, deliberate actions. By honoring micro-obedience, you show the universe that you are committed to your path, regardless of the obstacles or distractions that arise. Every time you choose to take that first small step, even when it feels difficult, you are affirming your commitment to your purpose. You are showing the universe that you trust the process. You are saying that you believe in the power of the small, consistent actions that will eventually lead to your transformation. And with each tiny step, resistance begins to lose its hold over you. It may try to resurface, but you will be prepared. you will have built a momentum that cannot be stopped. It's also crucial to understand that resistance is not a reflection of failure. It's simply the mind's natural defense mechanism against change. Every time you step into something new, something unknown, your mind will try to pull you back to what's familiar, to what feels safe. This is normal. But the more you practice microobedience, the more you will train yourself to respond to resistance with action, not hesitation. You will learn to move through the discomfort, knowing that each small step forward is a victory, that each commitment you make, no matter how small, is leading you to the next. As you continue on your journey, remember that microobedience is not just a tool, it is a way of life. It is a reminder that great things are not achieved by taking giant leaps, but by taking small steps, one after another. Every time you make the choice to act in spite of resistance, you reaffirm your strength, your resilience, and your dedication to your purpose. You are showing up for yourself, for your future, and for the life you are creating. So, when resistance arises, and it will, don't retreat. Don't give in. Take the smallest step you can, and keep going. It doesn't matter how small the action is. What matters is that you take it, and you take it consistently. You will find, chosen one, that the more you obey the small whispers of your soul, the quieter the resistance becomes, and the clearer your path to success becomes. Chosen one, in your journey toward greatness, you will inevitably encounter moments when the process feels slow, when the results you seek seem to be just beyond your reach. It is in these moments that patience becomes your most powerful ally. Patience is not a passive waiting, but an active, steadfast trust in the process. It is the deep knowing that even when you can't see the progress immediately, every small step you take is an integral part of the unfolding of your destiny. The world often glorifies quick results and instant gratification. We live in a culture that wants everything now, right away. But the path of true transformation, chosen one, is not a sprint. It is a journey, a sacred unfolding that requires time, trust, and patience. It is in the small, seemingly insignificant actions, taken with consistency and faith, that true growth occurs. The wisdom of patience teaches you that it is okay to move slowly, that it is okay to not have all the answers right now. The key is to keep moving forward, even when you feel like nothing is changing. Feel the wisdom of patience within you, chosen one. Understand that in the slow, steady unfolding of your path, the divine timing is at work. Every small action, every seemingly insignificant moment, is part of the larger picture. It is like planting a seed and watching it grow, though the growth is invisible to the eye at first. Beneath the surface, roots are growing deep into the earth. Over time, the seed will sprout, and in its own perfect time, it will bloom into something magnificent. Patience, chosen one, is the quiet surrender to divine timing. It is the understanding that the universe is aligning everything in your life for your highest good, even when it doesn't feel like it. When you plant the seed, you don't immediately see the tree. It takes time for the earth to nourish it, for the seed to sprout, for the roots to spread. And yet, every moment of waiting is part of the process. The same is true for you. Every small step you take, every small action, is nourishing your future. It is helping you grow, even when you can't see it yet. In the face of impatience, remember that all things are unfolding in their own time. Just because you cannot see immediate results does not mean the process is not happening. The universe is always working behind the scenes, aligning everything for your greatest good. Trust that, just as the seed takes time to grow, your dreams, too, are being nurtured in ways you cannot yet see. Patience is the faith that everything is unfolding as it should, even when you don't have all the answers. This doesn't mean, chosen one, that you should be passive or complacent. Patience is not the same as inaction. It is the active process of continuing to move forward with small, consistent steps, even when the results are not immediate. It is the knowing that each step you take is part of a larger journey, even if you cannot see how it all fits together just yet. You are building momentum, planting seeds of change with every action, every effort. Trust that each small step is laying the groundwork for the breakthroughs that will come in their perfect time. When impatience arises, take a moment to breathe, chosen one. Slow down, reconnect with the present moment, and remind yourself that every step you are taking is a victory. Celebrate the small wins along the way. It's easy to get caught up in the big picture, to become consumed by the desire for quick results. But true transformation, the kind that is lasting and profound, comes from the steady, consistent practice of patience. It is in those moments of quiet obedience, when you trust that each small action will lead you to your destination, that you allow the divine timing of your journey to unfold. Patience also teaches you to be gentle with yourself. It allows you to recognize that you are human, and growth takes time. The path you are walking is one of constant evolution, and it's okay to not have it all figured out right now. It's okay to not see the full picture yet. The beauty of patience is that it allows you to surrender to the process, to let go of the need for immediate results, and to trust that the universe will bring everything to you at the right time. In moments of doubt, when impatience creeps in, remember the wisdom of patience. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Every small step, every action, is leading you closer to the life you are meant to live. Just as the seed cannot rush the growth of the tree, you cannot rush your growth. You must trust that it is happening, even when it's not visible. The universe's timing is always perfect, and when you surrender to that divine flow, you will find peace in knowing that everything is unfolding as it should. So, chosen one, I encourage you to embrace patience as part of your daily practice. When resistance arises, when impatience threatens to steal your peace, remember that everything is unfolding in divine timing. Trust in the process. Trust in the journey. The small steps you are taking today are building the foundation for the transformation you will one day experience. You are growing, you are evolving, and in time, the results will be clear. But for now, the beauty lies in the patience, in the knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. Chosen one, you may have wondered how to create lasting change in your life. You've perhaps tried grand gestures before setting ambitious goals, making drastic shifts in your routine, but found that the momentum fades and the change doesn't stick. You've felt the frustration of beginning something with full force, only to fall back into old habits and patterns. It is in these moments that microobedience becomes the key to lasting transformation. Microobedience is the practice of committing to small, manageable actions that align with your purpose. It is the art of making tiny adjustments to your daily life that, over time, compound into profound change. The reason this approach works, chosen one, is that it doesn't overwhelm you. It removes the pressure to make huge shifts overnight. Instead, it allows you to ease into transformation, cultivating sustainable habits that build upon each other and become a permanent part of your life. When you try to force rapid, sweeping change, you are often setting yourself up for failure. The body, the mind, and the spirit need time to adjust, to integrate new patterns. You cannot force growth, and you cannot rush it. Microobedience recognizes this truth. It asks for small, steady steps, taken with faith and patience, that gradually lead to the transformation you seek. With each small step, you are rewiring your habits, shifting your mindset, and transforming your relationship with the world. These small changes may feel insignificant at first, but they create a ripple effect that will echo through every area of your life. Consider this. When you make the decision to take small actions every day, you begin to build consistency. And consistency is the foundation of change. Think about it. When you exercise for just 10 minutes a day, the immediate results might not be visible. But over time, your body grows stronger, your endurance increases, and you begin to feel more energized. The same is true with your goals and dreams. Small steps, taken regularly, will lead you to lasting results. These steps don't have to be perfect, but they need to be consistent. Microobedience also helps to dissolve the inner resistance that so often prevents lasting change. When you commit to small, manageable tasks, your mind doesn't feel overwhelmed. Resistance arises when we feel that the task ahead is too large, too complicated, or too demanding. But when you break it down into micro steps, the task becomes doable, and resistance fades away. You feel empowered, not burdened. Every tiny step you take is a triumph, and these triumphs compound, building your confidence and strengthening your commitment. Over time, microobedience becomes second nature. What once felt like an effort, getting up early to write, exercising every day, reading every morning, becomes a part of your daily routine. It's no longer a battle to get started, because these small habits have become ingrained in your life. As they do, they begin to shape the very fabric of who you are. You begin to see yourself differently, as someone who is consistent, disciplined, and aligned with their purpose. Change no longer feels like something you have to force. It feels like something that flows naturally from your daily choices. One of the most beautiful aspects of microobedience is that it doesn't require perfection. It doesn't require you to do everything right or to have it all figured out. It simply requires you to show up, consistently, and make small decisions that are aligned with your goals. Even on the days when you don't feel like it, the smallest action, a sentence written, A moment of meditation, a short walk, adds to the momentum of your transformation. These micro steps are not failures. They are the building blocks of your success. They are the foundation of lasting change. As you continue to practice micro-obedience, you will notice that your growth becomes more than just a series of isolated events. It becomes a way of life. The small decisions you make every day compound into a new way of being. You begin to embody the change you once sought. No longer do you have to force yourself to be disciplined. It becomes a part of who you are. Your habits align with your purpose, and your actions naturally flow toward the life you desire. This is the power of micro-obedience. It changes you from the inside out. You also begin to develop a deep sense of trust in yourself. The more you honor your commitment to small steps, the more you see that you can rely on your own actions to create the life you desire. You stop waiting for external validation or for perfect circumstances. You trust in the process, and in doing so, you trust yourself. Micro-obedience is not just about achieving your goals. It is about becoming the person who is capable of achieving them. It is about building self-trust, self-discipline, and self-love through the consistency of your actions. The beauty of micro-obedience is that it also allows you to adapt. Life is unpredictable, and things don't always go according to plan. But when your transformation is built on small steps, you have the flexibility to adjust and keep moving forward. If one step doesn't go as planned, it doesn't derail the entire process. You simply take the next step, no matter how small, and continue on your journey. This is how lasting change is made, through the ability to adjust, to keep going, and to remain consistent, no matter the challenges that arise. So, chosen one, trust that micro-obedience is the key to your lasting transformation. You are not required to make dramatic shifts or to change everything all at once. What is required is your commitment to small, consistent actions. Trust that these small steps will lead you to the life you have always desired. As you continue to practice this divine wisdom, you will find that the changes you once thought impossible are now within your reach. And all of it was achieved through the simple, powerful practice of micro-obedience. Chosen one, as you continue your journey and build momentum with small, consistent actions, there will be moments of doubt, moments when you question whether these small steps are truly enough. You might wonder if you're moving fast enough, if you're achieving enough, or if your efforts will ever lead to the results you desire. In these moments, I invite you to trust the process. Trust that every small move you make, no matter how insignificant it may seem in the moment, is a vital piece of the larger puzzle. Trusting the process means letting go of the need for immediate results and having faith that each step you take is leading you closer to your destination. The path you are walking is not linear. It will have its twists and turns, its moments of clarity and moments of confusion. But with each small action, you are laying the foundation for the future you are creating. Even when you cannot see the end result, you are still making progress. The process is never wasted, chosen one. Every small effort, every tiny commitment, is part of a greater plan that is unfolding perfectly. You may not always understand how your efforts are fitting together, but know that the universe is working behind the scenes. Just as the seed grows in the soil before it sprouts above the ground, so too are your efforts slowly transforming your life in ways that are not always immediately visible. Trust that these invisible changes are just as powerful as the ones you can see. This is where patience plays a crucial role. As we've discussed, patience is not just about waiting for results. It's about trusting that the process itself is guiding you to where you need to be. It's about trusting that even on days when you don't feel like you've made any tangible progress, you are still moving forward. The universe does not operate on a timeline that matches your impatience. It operates on divine timing, and each small step is a piece of the divine design unfolding. Trusting the process also means learning to honor the space between where you are and where you want to be. This space, the journey itself, is where the transformation happens. It's easy to focus solely on the end goal and to fixate on how far you have to go. But the beauty of your path lies in the journey, in the small moves you make along the way. You are becoming the person who is capable of achieving your goals. The small steps you take today are shaping your mindset, strengthening your discipline, and aligning your energy with your highest potential. You are learning to build a life, a destiny, one small action at a time. Each small move you make, no matter how small it may seem, is a testament to your commitment. It is a signal to the universe that you are serious about your purpose. Even when the road feels long and the results are not yet visible, know that your efforts are contributing to the bigger picture. Each action, no matter how simple, brings you one step closer to the life you desire. Think of it like a sculptor shaping a statue. The sculptor doesn't carve the whole figure in one swift motion. Each strike of the chisel, no matter how small, gradually shapes the masterpiece. And though the process may seem slow, with every chip, the statue begins to take form. Similarly, each small move you make is shaping your future, even when you can't see the full picture. Trust that every step is part of a divine plan that will reveal itself in time. In the quiet moments, when you feel doubt creeping in, I ask you to stop and breathe. Reconnect with the present moment. Remind yourself that you are exactly where you need to be. You do not need to see the whole staircase right now, just focus on the next step. Each step you take will build the momentum needed for your breakthrough. Trust that the universe is guiding you, even in the moments when you cannot see the next step clearly. The clarity will come when the time is right. Every small move you make is a powerful declaration to the universe. I trust in the process. I trust that each step, no matter how small, is leading me to where I am meant to be. Trusting the process is not about forcing results or trying to control the outcome. It is about surrendering to the flow of life, knowing that every action, no matter how small, is part of your divine evolution. When you feel uncertain, take a moment to reflect on the progress you have already made. You may not see the end result yet, but that does not mean you are not progressing. Look at the small victories, the new habits you've cultivated, the actions you've taken, the courage you've shown. All of these are proof that you are on the right path. Every small move you make adds to the momentum that will carry you to your destination. And one day, you will look back and see just how far you've come. Trust in yourself, chosen one. Trust that you are capable of more than you realize, and trust that the universe is always guiding you. Your small steps are leading to something grand, something beautiful. The path may not always be clear, but every small move you make is an act of faith, an act of devotion to your purpose. Keep moving forward, even when the results seem distant. The journey is just as important as the destination, and each small step you take brings you closer to the life you are meant to live. Chosen one, you've made it to this powerful moment, the moment where everything you've learned and practiced about small steps, micro-obedience, and trusting the process culminates into a quiet, profound realization. It's time. It's time for you to fully embrace the power of micro-obedience as your way of life. The time for hesitation, for waiting for the perfect moment, for seeking instant results, has passed. You have been prepared by each small step, each action taken with faith and patience, to now step fully into your destiny. You might not feel like you're ready, or perhaps you wonder if the transformation has been enough. But I assure you, chosen one, that everything you need has already been cultivated in you. The small steps you have taken one by one, day by day, have shaped you into someone who is capable, who is strong, and who is now ready to claim the life you've always desired. The quiet power of micro-obedience has already worked within you, and now, it's time to let that power expand and carry you forward into the next chapter of your life. It's time to stop doubting the effectiveness of small steps. Too often, you may have dismissed them as insignificant or too easy to matter, but the magic of micro-obedience lies precisely in its simplicity and consistency. It is in showing up, every day, even when the results aren't visible, that real transformation occurs. The moment you trust this quiet power, you tap into a force that is both subtle and immense. You no longer need to wait for massive breakthroughs or for all the stars to align. You have learned that by committing to consistent, small actions, you are aligning with the divine flow of life. And now, chosen one, the universe is ready for you to rise. The time to claim your future has arrived. You have cultivated the habits, the mindset, and the discipline that will carry you through the challenges and the triumphs. With every step, no matter how small, you have built the strength to navigate what lies ahead. You are no longer bound by impatience or doubt. Instead, you are walking a path of steady, unwavering commitment to your own growth and purpose. And that, chosen one, is the power of micro-obedience. It's time to trust that the process is working. You don't need to see every step ahead. You don't need to control the outcome. What you need is to trust that every small action you take is leading you to the life you desire. This trust doesn't come from a place of blind faith. It comes from the deep knowledge that every small effort you've made is creating lasting change. You have already laid the foundation, brick by brick, action by action, and now, you stand at the threshold of the life you've always dreamed of. It's time to step forward. In this moment, feel the quiet power of your journey. It is not loud or dramatic, but it is profound. It's in the daily practice of showing up, of honoring the small steps that build momentum, of trusting the process even when the results are invisible. The power of microobedience is not in the dramatic swings, but in the steady, continuous motion forward. It is in this motion that you will find your true strength, chosen one. It's time to claim that strength. It's time to honor the small steps as the mighty force that they are. You are entering a new chapter, chosen one. This is the moment where all the small steps you have taken will begin to bloom. The results may not be immediate, but you will soon see the growth you've been nurturing. Trust in the process, and trust in yourself. The path ahead is yours to walk, and with every small step, you will be guided toward your highest potential. The quiet power of microobedience is not just a tool, it is the way forward, the foundation upon which your future will be built. This is not the end of your journey, this is just the beginning. Microobedience will continue to carry you, step by step, through every challenge, every breakthrough, and every new chapter that unfolds. With each small decision, you are creating the life you want to live, and with each small action, you are embracing your true power. You are no longer waiting for something external to change your life. You have learned that you are the creator of your destiny, and it is through these small, consistent steps that you will shape the future you desire. Feel the quiet strength that you've cultivated, chosen one. In every small step, in every decision to show up for yourself, you are aligning with your divine purpose. You are walking in harmony with the universe, trusting that your efforts will bear fruit in their own time. Now, you are ready to step fully into your power. It's time to trust yourself, to trust the process, and to embrace the quiet power of microobedience as the key to your lasting transformation. The time for waiting is over. You've laid the foundation, and now it's time to rise. Embrace your small steps with pride, for they are the key to unlocking your fullest potential. The journey has only just begun, but with each step, you are closer to the life you've always dreamed of. It's time, chosen one. Step forward with confidence, with trust, and with the unwavering knowledge that microobedience is the power that will carry you to your destiny.